What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Welcome to the set. I am your host, T. Stead. How are we doing this evening, everyone? We have a great Thursday night football game coming on later tonight. We have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Arizona Cardinals. The Seahawks coming off a week 3 demolishing of my New Orleans Saints. They really put a whooping on my dogs pretty bad. The game got out of hand in no time. I looked up first quarter. It was 21-0, 28-0, 28-3, and 35. It was bad. It was bad. And their special teams is really what separated the game. Had a punt return for a touchdown. The following possession, a punt block. And after the Saints kicked the field goal and got the 3 points, so it was 28-3, they take the ensuing kick return down to like the Saints 20. So special teams really helped that game get out of hand fast. The Seahawks have to be feeling great about everything that they're doing right now. Playing really well. Defense is playing at a high level. Pass rush has been extremely disruptive. Know what they can do on the back end with the athletes they have out there. Seahawks got to be feeling really good about where they are. Very confident. Sam Darnold is playing well. They're executing really well. Kenneth Walker's getting going. They have weapons on the outside as well. Seahawks look like a real contender in this division, and they are facing a division rival in the Arizona Cardinals, who came into the game undefeated. Really had every opportunity to walk away from the 49ers with the W. Just watching the end of that game, the Arizona Cardinals are up 2 on the 49ers with just over 2 minutes to go. And they're right at midfield, and they just got so conservative. Just handoff after handoff, kind of right up the middle. 49ers were able to get stops. On a third down, they had a 3rd and 9. That was essentially their last offensive play. And Kyler Murray missed the first crosser. I believe it was Wilson that came across the formation from left to right. Kyler delivers that ball to him. First down, game over. He hits the second crosser. Passes, it's a little late, but it's catchable. He has it in his hands, comes down with the ball, boom, the ball pops out. Have to make that catch for sure. Kyler could have delivered the ball earlier, all those things. They have to punt. At the 50-yard line, they punt to the 49ers. 49ers go down and drive, kick a field goal to win the game. Sitting here at 2-1, getting ready to face a really tough Seattle Seahawks team. Arizona, they're playing really good ball, though. Don't get me wrong. They're playing really good ball. Shout out Calais Campbell. My dog is 2,000 years old and is balling. The things that he did on that tape, the way that he played against the 49ers to be 2,007 years old is insane. My dog looks young, healthy, energetic. He's so crafty. He has so many different ways to win. He knows what's coming before the snap. Really smart player, great leader as well. Shout out to the OG, triple OG, Calais Campbell. Those guys are playing. Arizona's been playing really good ball. It sucks to drop a game like that. One first down away from winning, having it in your hands and then not execute. But Seattle, like I said, they're feeling confident. They're playing really well. They're flying around. They got a lot of energy, a lot of swag going. They whooped on my boys last week, so we'll see what that matchup will look like for tonight. I have a guy joining who has been a staple in the trench world, trench warfare, as I might say. My guy, Brandon Thorne. He is the eye, the voice in all trench battles, O-line, D-line. The way that he studies, he breaks down the film, the charts. The eye that he has for for O-line, D-line play is incredible. So honored to have B. Thorne join me on the set. What's up, my guy?
Not too much, man. I'm just honored to be here. Appreciate those kind words, and man, it's just I'm excited to talk trenches with you. Of anybody that I could talk, offensive line play with, I mean, you're at the top of the list, so I
Let's
appreciate
go.
you having me.
Let's go. I see them. I see them jerseys back there. Who you got back there, bro?
Yeah, so Quentin, and then I mean, if there's the camera could pan out, I got you right next to him,
Sure.
and then Ryan Jensen. So some of my favorite guys to study over the years.
Let's go. Those
Blessed
three not
enough to
bad.
have those.
Those three
No,
not
no,
bad. Not bad.
that's a strong left side for sure. Could do some damage with that.
No,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Let's get into these matchups. B. Thorne, week 4, we have some great bouts to talk about. We have Chargers versus the Giants, Packers versus the Cowboys, Bengals, and Broncos.
Yep.
And as we dive deeper into specifically what we're looking at, so the football world, you guys are watching Chargers versus the Giants. We are watching Joe Alt versus Brian Burns.
Yes.
Joe Alt has been exceptional. Nothing less than exceptional at left tackle, filling in for the injured Rashawn Slater. And Brian Burns has been exceptional, rushing the passer for the New York Giants. Those guys have continued to bring in pass rushers, but he has no question cemented himself as the best pass rusher on that stacked defensive line. Joe Alt versus Brian Burns, B. Thorne, what's your initial thoughts?
I think this is going to be probably the biggest challenge so far of Alt's time at left tackle, which we're early in on it. I mean, last week, was the biggest challenge against Nick Bonito. And you kind of have a similar sort of rusher here with Brian Burns, but I just think Burns, being further along in his career, he's just a little bit more refined. He has a little bit deeper of a pass rush plan. And the thing to me that stands out about Burns, especially as of late, I think he's in the running for having the best inside counter game in the whole NFL.
I agree.
And that's really what separates Burns from a lot of guys. So he could, he has the ghost and, the real high side rush ability to corner at 8, 9 yards, all that. But the ability to string stuff together inside is really what makes him so dangerous. So, yeah, I mean, it's, he's probably the most underrated, star rusher, I think, in the league. I know he had some hype early in these Carolina days, and then it kind of waned, went back and forth. But people, maybe are sleeping on Burns a little bit, honestly, because he's up there, I think.
I'm not sleeping on him.
I know you're not. No.
I've had plenty battles with Brian Burns, us being in the NFC South together, Saints versus the Panthers. And even early, he was a threat. He was dangerous. The speed was elite coming out of Florida State, just an elite athlete for sure. What I appreciate most about Burns is his development, how he's grown as a player, how his football IQ has evolved. His inside counter at first, he had a spin that you would kind of look out for, a spin inside, but now he has a bag. Burns has a bag. He has a lot of different ways to win. He can threaten you outside, inside, and he's also picking his spots to rush down the middle as well, which was like the thing that I tried to force him to do back when I played him when he was young. Now he's getting more experience, man. He's a student of the game. He is definitely one of those ones. One of them ones that you got to be prepared for.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it all starts with the get off, right? I mean, elite get off, and then he also has elite bend. So you have to respect that, and that's what sets everything else up, right? I mean, guys open early, create those short corners, soft inside shoulders, and that's what is, you speak to his development. He's able to capitalize on that now at such a high level. Kind of has like an inside swipe, arm over, inside cross chop, inside spin. So really like 3 different inside counters he could throw at you, and along with the get off and bend, and enough power that you have to respect. He's not a power rusher per se, but enough that you have to respect as well. So really a guy who can win all 3 ways. And yeah, so it's going to be awesome to see Alt against him. Just whenever
For
they
sure.
match up, it's going to be the toughest
For
test
sure.
for
Let's
him.
talk Joe Alt a little. He just matched up against the Denver Broncos and Nick Bonito. He's been bored the first 2 weeks.
Right.
We haven't seen Joe Alt be challenged much at all. Not stressed, not out of position at all. He has been locked down at left tackle since starting the season. Nick Bonito did get him. He got him on a sack. It was a play action, kind of a soft jump set where Joe Alt stopped his feet in between the jump set or setting off. Like he's in that nebulous spot that gets a lot of tackles in trouble, especially the young guys. And watching the rep, all I can think about is I would want Joe to choose one. Whether you're going aggressive and you're selling the run, you got to go close the space to get connected. At least laying one hand on them. But or you're setting back and you're going pure pass protection. But when you're in between and you stop your feet, those guys, the D linemen, can stop and start way faster than us. So they're able to react quicker than us to get our feet back going. So Joe, he went a couple steps. He stopped to read what Nick Bonito was doing. Bonito turned on the Jets, was able to clear his outside shoulder, and he got a big sack on Justin Herbert. That's a technique issue. That's not like getting beat or getting whooped. That's a technique issue that he will learn from and we'll clean that up.
Yeah. I think you said that perfectly. He has to choose one there. We just were watching that clip, and it makes total sense because when you get stuck like that in kind of no man's land and you're truly like putting yourself on an island more than you need to be against a guy like that, I mean, you're going to be out athleted, if that's a word. So yeah, definitely choosing one there was, something that he'll just learn over time, I'd imagine, trial and error, but it seems like he picks up things pretty quick. But Burns is a guy this week who can definitely punish him on that. So, any sort of open side play action sort of concept like that, he's going to need short to shore that up. That's for sure.
For sure. Let's go, Joe Alt. Let's hold it down. All right, let's transition to Packers versus Cowboys. This one is very interesting. I'm sure the whole world will be watching. I believe they play Sunday night.
Yep.
Sunday night football.
Night game.
Micah Parsons return.
Yeah.
To the Dallas Cowboys, and he is coming to destroy, to be complete disruption, create chaos. He will be on one this game, and we will be watching this closely. We got Micah Parsons versus Tyler Guyton at left tackle and Terrence Steele at right tackle. What's your thoughts?
Man, to be honest, I'm really concerned from a Cowboys offensive line perspective. It is what it is. I just watched the Cowboys tackles this week again, and Guyton in particular. It's just a little bit of all over the place. He's trying a lot of stuff, maybe too much stuff, to be honest. Mixing up his sets and his set lines and his hands, like. These real exaggerated flashes, I don't think are helping him very much. It's kind of making his hands late, I think, after the flash, and guys are getting on his edges and he's opening. Like, so to be in that sort of spot as a real young and experienced guy going against somebody like Micah, I think they're going to have to definitely come up with a good protection plan here, to provide some help and, fair amount of screens, play action, RPOs, whatever you got to do to limit true drop back there. And then, he could beat Steele for sure as well, anytime they're isolated. And honestly, I mean, even the guards too got to watch out too, because I mean,
he's playing everywhere.
He's going to play everywhere. So yeah, Micah's Micah and Miles are like the two best guys in the league, in my opinion. So it's and Micah last week, even against the Browns, was his ability to reduce surface area and play so low on guys. Right. Guys just can't get their hands on him, and he's able to bend through contact and turn tight corners like almost nobody except Miles, maybe.
Like none other. Bro.
It's just crazy. I just, so hopefully they have a really sound plan to kind of minimize exposure for the tackles, because I think they're going to need to do that in this game.
The challenging thing about Micah Parsons, opposed to other elite rushers in the league, is his ability to play everywhere. It's hard to game plan. So you have to let their defense get set before you can make a call. That's tough. Now, if you're going against Cincinnati Bengals, you can put the tight end on the left. You can slide left. Trey Hendrickson will be there. If you're going against the Raiders, most likely Max Crosby will be to your right tackle. So with Micah, he could be over the center, left tackle, right tackle. Left. It doesn't matter. That makes it really hard to game plan and double team him, to slide to him. And they also got other guys too that fill out that rush plan. Micah's most elite attribute to me, outside of the God-given abilities, the speed, the size, he finds a way. Like his inside counter is not pretty. It's so sudden.
Yes.
It's such a hard play. It's like a running back or a receiver running a route. It's a hard plant, and he is back inside, and he's slipping through the smallest crack.
Yep.
That's the rush for me. If I'm playing Micah this week, I want to take away that. Take away that inside win really early. Make Micah have to battle through me in order to get home.
Yeah, when I think of that, and I totally think that that's when you study tape of him over his career, guys who do have success, that's what they typically need to do, is take away that inside counter. And I think it starts really with how you get off the ball, right? I mean, your snap timing, you have to get off the ball quick every time when you're isolated against him, or else you're going to have to chase him, and open up early. And then that's how his inside counter game starts rolling. So if you could get off the ball first, or at least very, very quickly, then you're able to get to your spot, be square, and then kind of dictate, rather than reacting to him. Because once you get into the reaction game against Micah, I mean, it's over. So yeah, I think that's the key. And how do guys dial in the snap timing, throughout the week, like just extra time with can you do that just with you in the center, or do you need the guard in the center to like practice that extra with the quarterback? I think that's key. Yeah. They're at home too. So that's big, right?
That is huge. That is huge. Yeah. There's a big difference between playing at home, playing on the road from that standpoint alone. The get off, the cadence, being able to have a verbal cadence or a silent cadence is a big difference. I loved verbal cadence. I was able to time it up, very rhythmic. I'm gone. I'm out of there. And during walkthrough, like I'm taking real sets, full speed sets, every walkthrough rep. So 50 reps in a row. That's where I would get a lot of my practice on getting off the ball, getting off the snap at the right time. This is a week that you have to do that. If you're late one time against Micah, it's a hit at the least, at the very least. To your point about guys trying to take the weather inside and staying square, he had Laramie Tunsil week 2, and those guys battled. He was able to generate a couple hits on Jaden Daniels, but Laramie did a great job staying square, getting off the ball on time, stabbing with his left hand and making it hard for Micah to really generate as much power and push that he normally does. He still was able to slip inside on a couple rushes that was like, how? But LT did a really good job against Micah.
He did. That I definitely think Guyton should be, I'm sure he will, be studying that tape and all tackles studying that tape. And yeah, I mean, Tunsil, aside from at the very end, got slipped a couple times, but the classic Tunsil, he was able to set flat initially to vertical, stay square. And I think, staying square to the line of scrimmage is important too, but the way you played, when I think of it too, it's not always necessarily square to the line of scrimmage, but I think the inside out relationship is critical as well too, right? There's the positional leverage, how you have your body aligned, even if you're not totally square to the line of scrimmage. I think that's key, but yeah, the snap timing piece is where it all starts. So if Guyton can at least get that down, being at home and take advantage of that, he'll give himself a chance. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be looking for.
Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. Lastly, we have the Bengals versus the Broncos. 2 veterans, 2 guys that's been highly successful in this league. Trey Hendrickson versus Garrett Bolles.
Yeah.
What you thinking on this one?
It's a really good matchup. pretty underrated tackle in Garrett Bolles, especially as of late, the way he's able to develop after initially in the career, all those holding penalties and all that everybody saw. And now the last 2-3 years, really, he's just been real steady. And yeah, I like watching Bolles play. He's a heavy inside strike guy, which I think actually with Trey's ability to gain access to your outside edge as a tackle, I think Bolles has a susceptibility here to where Bolles opens up, to when he strikes with the inside hand, he naturally kind of opens up. And I think that plays into Trey's, superpower, in terms of being able to chop that outside hand, soften that outside edge, and start his, cornering process pretty early on. So Bolles, I would imagine, I mean, I want to see him mix in some stuff here, maybe some change ups here, because we don't see Bolles typically do that a lot. He does his thing. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see if he just, maintains the status quo and how he plays, if that's going to actually work against Trey. But
it's crazy because I would say Trey is the exact same player in that regard.
Just does what he does.
He's going to do what he does. Get off, double arm, double hand, outside swipe, or speed of power. That's it. He got his go-to moves, and he's not changing for anybody. He's going to get off the ball consistently, swipe your outside hand, bend the corner, or he's going to speed the power. So these are two guys that are very sure of themselves, very confident in what they do well. Mm-hmm. That battle will be fun. Both of these guys are crazy mentally.
Yeah, right.
So
right.
It's going to be quite a battle.
That's another piece of it too. Yep. Yeah, the extracurriculars, we're going to see some stuff here, I'm sure. That's going to be fun to watch on tape. So
honorable mention, B. Thorne. We got Myles Garrett versus Penei Sewell.
Yeah.
This is wishful thinking for us. Yeah. As guys that's in love with O-line, D-line play, trench battles, trench warfare. Myles typically plays over the left tackle, but he has played over the right tackle as well and has been successful over there. I'm not sure how much he will go and rush Penei Sewell, but if we can get just three one-on-ones, I'm a happy man. What you thinking?
Yeah, 3 to 5. I mean, to be hopeful, it would be great. But yeah, I mean, we're going to see Myles predominantly over the left tackle, so Taylor Decker. And to be honest, why move Myles much in this one? Because just you have more of the advantage over there, free up other guys elsewhere. So yeah, I mean, if we get 3 or 5, I think it'll be fun to watch. Anytime you have high level guys like that going against each other. It'll be fun. But this Browns D line is legit, man. And they got some guys over there that maybe unheralded names, like Malik Collins has been kind of a journeyman, but like he's playing great this year. They have a top 5 pick in Mason Graham, and even some other guys that I haven't really even heard of much were making plays last week. So, but Myles is the guy who unlocks everything. So we'll see. We'll see how they deploy him this week. I'm very interested to see.
Hey, looking forward to it, man. Week 3 was crazy.
It was.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Man, just so many dramatic finishes and just how all those games played out. Most of those games played out week 3 was crazy. Week 4 is setting up to be the same way. The season has been fun, man. Aside from my 2 teams, we have yet to get a W, and we will. Somebody gonna lose.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody's gonna get a win.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get a win pretty soon. Yeah. It's gonna be this week. We're gonna get one this week. But no, it's been fun. So I'm excited to see these matchups. We'll be paying very close attention to it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, man.
All right, B. Thorne. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you having me.
For joining the set. We will do this again next week. All right, let's talk Monday Night Football. We have my Miami Dolphins versus the New York Jets in Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium. Both teams entering this game at 0-3. Listen, it's time. It's time. It's time for the Dolphins to get right. It's time for the Dolphins to get healthy. And you can't win them all. We can't get to 500 before we get one. So let's get this one. Let's get this first one. I said it on Monday. This week 4 matchup, this will allow us to see exactly what we got in Miami, exactly what this Dolphins 2025 Miami Dolphins campaign is. It's a chance for them to really show who they are. Let's put it together. Let's put together a well-rounded game, complementary football, offense, defense, special teams. Everybody's clicking. Let's eliminate the mistakes of the pre-snap mistakes or the bad timing as far as situational football. Like, understand the situation, understand exactly what needs to happen at said point in the game, what can't happen at certain points in the game, critical moments. Like, let's put it together. Looking for the Dolphins to get to 1-3 after this game. Shout out to Aaron Glenn. That's my dog. Head coach for the New York Jets. He's my coach for a long time in New Orleans with the Saints. I'm rooting for you, brother. Just not this week. Just not this week. Monday Night Football, Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Dolphins. Let's get this first dub. Come on now. Other matchups that I'm looking forward to in week 4 after the insane week 3, we have the undefeated defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. They're going against the undefeated Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs coming off back-to-back close victories where they had to really put the game in their hands and go out and take a win week after week. Baker Mayfield has been proven himself to do so. Phenomenal 2-minute drives, phenomenal fourth quarter comebacks, phenomenal last game winning touchdowns, field goal. They're doing it. He's doing it. He's producing. He's leading. That's what I'm looking to see from them again. Let's see, can they pull it off against the Philadelphia Eagles? This Eagles team, they just did the same thing. They pulled off a dramatic win against the LA Rams, where the Rams had a chance to win the game in regulation. The field goal was blocked by Jordan Davis. Not only blocked, picked up and taken for 6 and secured the win. My man's ran 18 miles per hour. Crazy. Just super crazy. The Rams were whooping on the Eagles, but the Eagles put their foot in the ground. They held their ground like, man, we are the champs for real. Like, I'm so impressed by them dudes. So impressed by what the Eagles are able to do so far this season. But this matchup, we're looking forward to. Somebody got to lose. Somebody got to lose. My New Orleans Saints are facing off against the Buffalo Bills. The Saints coming in at 0-3. The Bills 3-0. Bills are looking like easily one of the best teams in the NFL. The Saints, not so much right now. And they are coming off a really bad loss to Seattle, in Seattle. Tough place to play. But they really didn't get themselves a chance to win or compete in that game at all. Special teams was a real problem. They were down 21-0 in the first quarter. It got away from them really fast. Looking for the Saints to respond in a way that you see those guys come to play ball. Like, you see those guys come to fight, compete. Not saying that they're slotted to beat the Bills, but listen, it's the NFL. Any given Sunday, I want to see them guys go out there and play some ball. Spencer Rattler, he's been impressive to me. I love his competitiveness, his fearlessness. I want to see him go out there and compete. Buffalo's a team that can beat anybody in the league any day, but they also can lose to anybody. They can. They're really, really good at what they do. Very consistent football team, but they are a beatable team, and would love for my Saints to go and get that upset. That'll be the perfect situation for me, as a Saint and a Dolphin. That'll be fire. Let's get it done. Who that? We have a big AFC showdown, the Ravens and the Chiefs. These two teams have so much history against each other, especially in recent years. Pat Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. The Chiefs are not looking like themselves. I think it's safe to say so far, 3 weeks into the season, they did get a win against the New York Giants, but it wasn't pretty. It wasn't convincing. They struggled for most of the game, but able to get a win. Don't get me wrong, and that's a big deal in the NFL. The Ravens starting to get their engine going. Starting to get their engine going. You know, we all talk about how great the Ravens roster is, and the ceiling for them this year. Anything short of a Super Bowl would be a disappointment. It would be a failure of a season, honestly. I think the Ravens come out and make a statement this week against the Chiefs. They come out and make a statement to show that no matter what the Chiefs going through, they don't feel sorry for them at all. Put them away if you get a chance to. Put them away. The Chiefs not going for that. Those guys are made up. There's a lot of champions over there. A lot of champions, a lot of great players over there. They're not going for no beatdown. So the Ravens really got to come and take it. Take that W from the Chiefs. So I'm really excited to watch that matchup. And lastly, I got the Colts versus the Rams. Preseason, I wouldn't have anticipated talking about the Colts this much, but they have impressed. They have impressed so far. They look for real. They're playing really great football, complimentary football. They're running the ball exceptionally well. The O-line are creating massive holes for Jonathan Taylor, and he's doing what we know him to do. Daniel Jones has been, come on, man. He's been exceptional, dog. Really, he's balling. He's playing great football. He is. They got more weapons around him. The young tight end, Tyler Warren, he's hooping. He's balling out there, man. The Colts have been impressive. But this Rams team are coming off a very tough loss to the Eagles, a game that they had in hand that they really should have walked away with a W. But they ended up dropping. Blocked field goal, return touchdown by Jordan Davis. The Rams, fourth quarter, the last drive of the game for Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense. Beautiful drive, marched down exactly the way you want to, burned all the time off the clock, got into field goal range in this block, and they go and they walk away with a loss. So they'll be looking to respond. Them guys will be playing like their hair on fire for sure. That's one of those matchups I'm definitely looking forward to. You guys know I like to end the set with a would you rather question. I like my viewers and subscribers to be critical thinkers. So I got one here that's really serious, going to take some real thought. All right. Solving the world's problems. Would you rather never be able to sit down on the toilet again or never be able to sleep in a bed? So would you rather never be able to sit on the toilet ever again or never sleep in a bed? So are you hovering your whole life or are you sleeping on the couch or in a chair or in a recliner for the rest of your life? What you doing? Let me know. But don't let me know like in detail. Just pick one. You feel me? We don't got to get into the detail of what you're doing, why you're doing, all that. Just answer the question. All right. Appreciate you guys for sticking with me for another episode of The Set. Getting ready for Thursday Night Football. It's going to be a great one. Cardinals versus the Seahawks. Seahawks is looking to continue the momentum that they have going on. Cardinals are trying to get back into the win column. It's going to be a great one. Appreciate you jumping on to the set. It's T Stead. Wow. Thank you so much for tuning into the set with T Stead. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We are here every Monday, every Thursday, live on the set. Peace.